Cup, you got to win 70-28, and that's what they did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was impressive.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, they did get David Johnson out there dunking on everybody. Well, yeah. Not Mr. Basketball, but dunking on everybody. Whatever. It's fun. It's good times.
Donovan Mitchell's doing his thing.
Yes,
3,000 first since Griff.
Yep.
How many records is he going to break that they only say Donovan Mitchell and Darrell Griffin?
Well, probably most of them. With the Jazz.
Every single Jazz record.
Well, early Jazz records. I mean, of course, when you get up into different stuff, you got
Karl
Malone and Stockton, doing your thing there. But yeah, no, for the most part, he's doing his thing, man. It's good. So
speaking of points, LeBron James
passing Michael Jordan last night.
That's uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
It is very uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable to watch him too. Kind of.
Do the faux. Yeah, you were fake.
Yeah, it's kind of like, all right, man. Like, I like you.
Yeah. Even I will admit, you were ham and eggs.
My LeBron Donald Trump comparison, I think, continues to live on. It's kind of like, I'm trying, but you're not helping me out there.
Down that hill alone.
Yeah. Like, you're not really helping me out there, buddy. So
what do you mean?
Well, a lot of stuff.
Spring game coming
going
on
in the county.
Spring game coming up.
Yeah, spring showcase.
Spring
showcase tonight. Yeah, tonight. They're going to go practice. You're going to get to go out there. You get to see the team. Get to see a little bit of an interesting article today coming out with The Athletic, too. Some quotes. Satterfield, different ones, talking about, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but one of the main things I saw was seeing where Mark Ennis was talking about, too, with Satterfield. They have a quote in there where kind of like the players didn't even know where the coach's office was. It's not a good look. It's really not a good look. So
I don't want to do that.
I know.
I don't want to do that. You know why? Because it's just like yesterday. We had the conversation about the loser seed. And for those of you who, for some reason, don't listen on Wednesdays like you do on Thursdays, just to kind of rehash, the Steve talked about basically the system in place to choose, an award in the high school, and I thought about it as more my baseball player.
Ooh.
Tennessee baseball player.
Burke. Chris Burke.
Okay, Chris Burke. I kind of took it from that point of view. The parents that are raising young athlete kids, you're raising them to be determined, motivated kids with no excuses. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I kind of talked about, I felt the worst for, the parents of the juniors and sophomores. They have to kind of explain that there's a bit of a political system in place. I talked about my worst nightmare is when Tim Donaghy says he influenced a game, So kind of to apply that moving forward, I don't like any situation where you give a young man an out.
Right.
Don't give them any outs. The branch between social media and these kids reading this stuff and hearing the story is another out. Those, in my opinion, those kids should not be allowed to even discuss something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's another loser seed. It's another accountability going somewhere else. And again, I know there's a inherent level of unfairness to what I ask, but I think these are the things that are important to build championship culture. Mm-hmm. I personally have I get a release of serotonin every time I hear Max say, "I don't care. You just got you just can't. You got to come up with that ball." I don't care. You have to come up with the ball.
Yeah.
I don't have time to teach you positioning where your heel to toe has to be at this block. And no, I don't have these other people that want to win championships. They don't do it with technique. They do it with heart. Technique is make you a consistent team, but the heart will make you a championship team.
Yeah.
So when I hear stories like this coming out of the football, we lost because we didn't know this, and our nutrition wasn't they didn't care about our nutrition the right way. When Coach used to say this, he used to say, just figure it out, and we didn't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. Regardless of what is true, he's gone now. I don't want to hear another word about what you didn't like or didn't feel you were getting the most out of your coaching staff before.
Yeah.
Because you were the same guy that says Lamar, and it goes back 3 years. Lamar passes too hard. He doesn't have touch. Mm-hmm. You got a whole season of that. Oh, we're just getting used to, when they switch quarterbacks all the time, the ball comes out of the quarterback's hands different. When Reggie Bonifant threw it to us, it was like this. And when this guy threw it to us, it was like this. And and Van Gorder between Van Gorder and third down and Grantham, there was heart lost. Mm-hmm. There's heart issues.
Yeah.
I'm not heart. There's toughness and determination issues. Heart was the wrong phrase to use. So you get what I'm saying?
I do, but I do think this is a different situation too. I do think that a lot of times with what you're saying, with like the award yesterday and different stuff, you're talking about a player, you're talking about telling players who have all the confidence in the world that now I'm telling you, well, now I'm putting this defeatist attitude on you, like, well, if you don't commit to Kentucky, you're not going to win the award. And you're talking about guys that's like, man, I'm one of the better players in the state. What do you mean? I think with this football team, you're taking, and now let me be clear, like, this wasn't the players saying that. But,
right.
But I do think,
but I have heard them kind of kind of backhanded.
Oh, absolutely.
Uber compliment. You know what I'm saying?
This is better. It's what we've been wanting.
Yeah.
Different stuff. But I do think with this football team, I don't think there's a lick of confidence in there right now. I think that
I get that too.
So I also do.
But again, Max says, and this is just a comparison.
Sure.
How do you, I think it was Tim Sullivan asked him, how do you instill confidence? That's something I can't do.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So I can't keep patting you on the butt for to get your confidence up,
I agree with that.
Like I can work you a different way and say, this is why you should believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Through this work or through this activity.
Well,
but I know what you're saying.
Yeah. But also, and I believe what you're saying with that is, we had this conversation, I think, off the air about the basketball teams, and some people, confidence and just what people call dog can be pulled out if it's in there.
Yeah.
It's not created at this point.
Right. Right. It's not like matter,
and maybe that's where my belief in the football team is I'm like, oh, there's some of you got that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of you got that.
That's where you can reel me back in.
Yeah.
Right? You can reel me back in by saying, hey, Marcus, do you remember the attitude at the beginning of the games? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then when things start going wrong, you can say, Marcus, I think they started losing belief in the coach as the game went along. Sure. And then it went into their
Which
confidence.
is still uncomfortable. It's always uncomfortable because you're, it's like, yeah, but you're still playing for your NFL career. Like, go play, And so I understand where you're coming from. It's weird. It's like we're arguing without arguing because I totally agree with what you're saying. I'm having to.
Yeah, maybe I'm just prefacing. Prefacing this conversation or prefacing today's events. Do you have the schedule? I've seen Cardinal Sports, I think, kind of gave us a tentative schedule.
Yeah. Well, and Rocco sent out with an email. He says. The Spring Showcase begins at 7 tonight.
Begins at 7 tonight. Do you like the time?
Yeah, because I think you want to give people time to get off work, and...
Are you allowed to, pregame?
I think so. The park, they're opening the gates. They're opening, I think, a little early, like around 5:30, something like that. They said the press box will be open for 5:30, so you can go up there and sit if you want.
There will be no food in the press box.
You don't think? I don't know. If I go to a Spring Showcase, I need to see the players up close. So I'm like,
I just said that not having any idea.
But the practice is going to be around 2 hours or so. They're going to have you go up there. They're going to do a practice, which I actually like better than a spring game.
Right.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, let me just get this out.
Because you get to see it over and over and over again. You get to see a guy run his routes over and over again.
But they're still going to do 11 on 11 scrimmage, which is all a spring game is to me. And I'm not just saying this because Satterfield's doing it. I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna do what Satterfield's doing. Right. Yeah. No, I actually kind of always thought I would like to see, and this isn't what they're doing, but just to preface my point, I always was like, oh man, I'd like to see them kind of do competition. Like I'd like to see the receivers be in a competition, and this though I like because I think you get to go out and you get to see them in practice doing things. Then you get to see them scrimmage. To me, that's better than just watching them scrimmage.
I'm gonna be old guy on this one, and I'm gonna do Did I ever tell you the time? Yes, Dad, you told us about the time. But I have to do this, Steve.
Yeah.
I will never, ever, ever in my life experience the emotion and the listen, like I've seen the free throws to win the game. I've seen the 3-pointers. I've seen it all, right? I've seen it all.
Yeah.
When I saw that full Tennessee Volunteer team out in the middle of that field in a big circle, and there's probably 58,000 fans in there, right? Mm-hmm. And Butch Jones said, Jalen Reeves Maben, Jalen Hurd in the middle. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Right? Were they just two names off your team? Who would be the two that just get you revved up on this team?
I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see something like, say, okay, the best blocking receiver on the team, Des Fitzpatrick. Bring in Des Fitzpatrick, and then bring in like a Rajay Burns, who was just moved up to linebacker.
Yeah, that's what they did. And I'm telling you, it was like that's so bold, right? Because here's the thing. Whoever gets dominated, let's say Des gets dominated on that one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the fans are like, oh, that's my guy. Oh, he got dominated by Rajay Burns.
Yeah.
And your defensive side is like, he's going to be an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be excited. I'm telling you, they put that big old 6'3" running back, Jalen Hurd, out there. And I saw Jalen Reeves maybe get called out. And everybody in the entire stadium was about to watch a one-on-one throw. Who's going to throw who out of the ring?
Yeah.
Who's going to push either? Jalen won.
Reeves'
favorite.
Yeah.
But he wasn't bigger than Hurd.
No, but he's a
little feistier.
That's why I say Des, because I think Des could beat some of the bigger linebackers just because the way he blocks. Like I think he knows how to use it. I've watched him block downfield. He knows how to use his body.
So hips, keeps his hips squared.
It's pretty.
So give me two names. But my point is, Brian, wouldn't that be awesome though? Just a full bull in the ring. And listen, you said Des Fitzpatrick. I wanted to see. I thought you were gonna just say something like, "Put Juwan Pass out there."
Yeah.
Nobody has a spot saved. Get out there. Let's see how much heart. Because I want to see how much heart you got too.
Right.
And you're in spring. He had an early spring practice, so he could. Jeez.
No, my bad.
So he says you got an early spring practice, so it's like you got time to heal from. Like I would really like to see that kind of stuff, and that stuff in like violent. Like,
right.
It ain't like we did in youth where you just laid on your back and got up and just, just concussion drills. Yeah, you're right. But, so to your point, drill work where competition is in there.
Oh, I love it.
Now you can see, because you can see that number 13 just seems, he keeps winning his.
I know.
And he keeps on doing his Jair Alexander,
Yeah. Well, I'll stay and watch that. I've never, I'm going to be honest. I've never watched the fourth quarter of a spring game live. I leave. And I'm one of the most diehard football fans on the planet. And I love Louisville. Everything right. And I saw what I need to see.
Yeah, but by then you're getting your third string.
Yeah, to me, I'm locked in. You start showing these guys practicing one-on-one, do some competitive, and throw in some 11 on 11. I like that because I want to see them play. I want to see what this Conley kid has. We'll see what Malik has.
How locked in are you going to be in actual line play? The reason I'm asking these questions the way I am, people, is because coming into a season, you're always looking for your calling card. Like when Matt comes in, you say, and I hate to make the basketball and the football conversation, but it's just the best comparison you have.
Well, it's March. We can always come back to basketball.
Right. So you look for calling cards. I heard this guy's defense. We were looking at the pack line defense, and we were determined to compare the pack line defense to what you saw before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's going to be that calling card thing that you're just looking that maybe normally you wouldn't be paying attention to on a former coaching staff?
Yeah.
You know, what would you be looking at?
Oh, run game. Run game for me. Because you have, I know App State did it well. You have mentioned the run game, you as in Satterfield, in almost every press conference media thing. When you start talking football, you go to run game. I want to see your run game, man. I want to see, are you a line it up? Is it going to be gimmicky runs? Are you a line it up guy that's like, nah, line it up, we're going to run it down your throat? We have to be able. Are you a coach that says, dude,
if he can't, okay, with you eyeballing, if he can't run it, you're going to say,
well, he's Mac this year. This year, I say, okay, just show me a little bit.
Show me some improvement.
Yeah, show me some improvement, and I think they will. I really do. I think they will show some improvement. Just and you're like, Steve, you haven't really saw him play that much. I don't care. I've saw these guys on this team play. A mentality change will win them 3 more games.
And I've said that too.
Yeah, just a mentality change. They'll get 4 or 5 wins. Just off changing their mentality. So that's why, and I believe that that's happening 100%. So now, of course, they come out and upset Notre Dame or something, then you start to go, okay, well now we're on a different trajectory. Now I'm like, all right, bro. Now I'm looking at you like it's the Mac factor.
You can't beat Notre Dame.
Well, I'm not saying you will.
No. You don't understand what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, because
I was gonna have to explain that to you.
Yeah, I got.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's Chris Mack.
You can't beat Michigan State.
Yeah. When you go out and you have that descent or that out of conference and then that January and you bust Carolina, it's like now, dude. Like I still want to play the game where I'm like, well,
Scott,
don't
tease me.
I know.
Don't tease me.
I mean, even if, can you imagine, what if we're sitting there on that Monday night? He'll get a dang standing ovation. A standing ovation. 45-42. Notre Dame beat us. Everybody in Papa John's Cardinal Stadium will be like, gosh dang it, you're the man.
I don't know where that is.
Oh, whatever. Cardinal Stadium. Yeah. Sorry. He's not even, I don't even think, is he even a part of the company anymore? Like, so we don't have to be weird about saying Papa John's now.
Look.
Yeah.
You would walk out of that stadium
dude.
arm in arm with all of Notre Dame Nation.
Oh, yeah. Hey, good team.
If you lose 42-45.
You know what it would feel like? I know it's a bad comparison now, but when we were leaving the Georgia Dome after the Auburn game, dude, we were so swaggy.
Yeah,
we were like, we were just like, dude.
But that Lamar though,
yeah, oh my gosh, man. And Auburn fans were like, of course, I got into it with an Auburn fan. I usually don't do that, but I did after that game.
You know what? You have a lot of I got into it to be saying I don't really get into
it. But it was like I mean,
maybe your percentage is a little higher than you think.
He was just like, we all had a group, and we were walking, and there's a big group of Louisville fans, or just our friend. He was kind of behind us with his girl and another guy. He's just like, yeah, bust y'all. But bust Louisville, Patino. I was like, dude, a freshman just gave
just 260.
Yeah, just wasted you in the second half.
So you felt comfortable talking junk.
Yeah, you're like, dude, we kill y'all. Let's go run it back right now. We'll kick it off in the first quarter. We'll kill y'all. We will roll y'all out this place right now. But that's the way it would be.
That would be the.
That's
vibe.
The way it will be in that first game.
Anything within a touchdown.
Yeah, or even
10. 10.
Yeah.
But a high scoring 10.
Yeah. Something, if it's a tight game back and forth and then they get you at the end, people will be like,
Are we really talking about Notre Dame on spring football day?
Yeah.
I really would like to see some competition though, some physical. I
would. I think I'm interested to see kind of what they do tonight. I would say, I mean, let's address the elephant in the room right now. It's gonna be cold.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I think you still. I mean, we're not talking 20s, you know.
Yeah, and it's not raining, so get out there.
Yeah. I think you get out there and check them out, man. And by the way, next week's will be in the 60s. Man, it's March, baby. I love it. I've been watching so many old tournament games.
Don't even talk to me about that. It's hard to watch tournament games. It's burning me. After the show, I'm gonna watch more Gonzaga.
You're the pain that I've witnessed in your face watching that Gonzaga game has been terrible. And see, sometimes I wonder who has it worse, the fans or the players. I really do. That's an honest question. Because I go back and I think of, because I'm a psychopath, somebody posted a video on YouTube, and it was like a Louisville fan, I think, but it was like all Louisville's tournament losses since like 05 or whatever.
Right.
And I watched it. And it was like, I remember like, some of them didn't hurt as bad as others, but I mean, some of them were just like,
I know.
Like, dude, like it took a long time. Like, I mean, because when they lose, I'm just like, you know, forget the tournament, dude.
You know what? But you're right back in it, right? When they lose, you don't lose it. You don't lose it.
What do you mean?
What I mean is when they lost that tournament game, that was on their soul forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
You can say, okay, well, next year we bounced back and we made an Elite Eight run. It's like, no, they're stuck in time with that loss. You know what I'm saying? Even after winning the championship.
And you sold me a little more on that, seeing how bad that Gonzaga loss still hurts you. Like, I'm like, okay, like maybe. Because I only have like one. That Kentucky loss in the Sweet 16 is one that I can go back and just talking. I've never watched it again.
Right.
And just talking about it, like my stomach is like, I go back to that moment where I'm like, oh my God.
I mean, think about it. I can describe to you the exact conversation we had on the way out of the second timeout.
Yeah.
Tony, we are going to switch that one if they come together. If they just kind of go past each other, I can't deny that. So let's be here. And then we mess it up. I was explaining to you how I almost got backdoored and I found somebody else just to put them on the line because I knew I was about to get in trouble by Coach Crump. Even though he didn't score it, I just knew, Marcus, you gave up that play. You're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have 3 hours of your life that is like...
I know. And I'm not trying to compare, but that Kentucky loss in 14 hurt me so bad that I found a small bit of peace in knowing they'd stripped that title anyway. Like, I'm serious. Like, I have actually found peace in, like, well, we would have got 2 titles stripped. Because, make no mistake about it, Louisville wins national championship, they win that game. They repeat. They're repeat national champions. Michigan would have been the one. The next game against Michigan, I'm like, because Michigan still had 3 guys or so that was holdover on that team.
Right.
That just last year you beat in the championship. And I guarantee you, I've talked to plenty of people from Michigan that say, you screwed us out of that. Hey, the block, you know what I mean? All this stuff. They got all these reasons why. And that would have been the one. But, man, I mean, you win the championship.
It's March, man.
I know.
It's March. We need to reset this show. Midday with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number on 939 The Ville. I really just want to get to Saturday.
I know.
I really want to get to Saturday.
I know. That's why today I'm like I'm fully okay with reminiscing about old memories.
Right. Or just football, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nuts of you.
Yeah. Because at least tomorrow I can go all these.
Yeah, I go all in on pre-gaming.
Yeah. What up, Phil? How you doing, man? Good. I swung muscle in today. Everybody's here. No. We'll say it's a dog in my head. A dog in my head. I'm like, huh. I heard it's nice to see you. I know. I heard everybody got me and Mark used to relax and you know, there. He was like, you know, they got my tractor coming out of one of me. It was. He's sitting in there just telling me. Yeah, but seriously, like, how are you? But to avoid any negative meetings in the future, let's figure this out. No, get away from oh my God. What's he say? Phil, yeah. Are you going to the So, no, I'm trying to do that.
Doing research that impacts lives.
Simply visit your Hornets Clinic with a same-day solution. The joy of your relationship will be back. And the best part of it is seeing that spark back in the happy relationship. Call 444-4000. It's safe, simple, and private. 444-4000. Clinic visit, evaluation, and testing is just $99. GlobalMentalClinic.com for more information. 444-4000. Attention your homeowners. If you're looking to buy or sell a house in the area, check out this.
What you gonna do when Satterfield does the run this town?
What'd you say?
What you
When's the first time?
Did it work?
Yes.
Yes, it worked. Did it work, Steve? Because right now, we've lost. Yeah, I was right about that. Yeah, I saw that. Where?
I'm good. I would love that.
Would they would have to leave us alone if he took a Lakers head coaching job.
No, because then they couldn't do anything to him. Then they'd really piss on us.
I do kind of like this.
Probably it.
Who knows?
Look at this, man. You remember how hype this was?
I know, I saw that.
That was so awesome. That's just like we're about to go in there and dust, y'all.
We should beat Clemson. I should still be reminiscing about Clemson. Welcome back. It's midday with Marcus Maven, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, I got to pull back the curtain. Just real quick, I got to pull back the curtain. Two things. The bosses are in town, number one. So that's why our commercial breaks are a little bit more interesting. You gotta schmooze with the bosses when they come in town a little bit, right?
You do.
Number two, Steve, I'm not feeling your energy about today's show and you just saying, I'm just reminiscing.
I know.
Not only am I not feeling it, I'm not feeling it for two reasons. I think you're rubbing off on me because
Yeah.
once you put the reminiscing part of that in my brain,
I know.
you can't shake it.
No.
Here's the thing: you got 48 hours until you play Virginia.
Yeah.
You got 8 hours until you get to the spring exhibition.
What, the women play tomorrow? Tomorrow at 6?
Tomorrow at
yeah.
6. I mean, that's still 24 hours. Yeah, 28 hours away. It's like I can talk about these stories that are going on right now, but there's nothing.
I know.
I didn't want to come in here and talk about Rick Pitino responding to the judge about I have nothing to cover up and keep my name out your mouth.
I know. You're right.
You opened up a small clip of Lamar Jackson dancing on the sideline.
Yeah.
Looking just as swaggy as all get out, right? And then I said, man, we should have a Clemson win, that win in Clemson on our resume.
I know.
And then I said, I didn't say this, I thought to myself, just like our barbershop conversations go, I said, right now, you know the question I'm going to ask. I can tell.
I know.
Brian Hall, I need your ear too. Right now, you got one decision. You got one get back. Clemson or Duke the other night. You could have one of them.
Clemson. Easy.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Easy.
That's Zion Williamson.
I think you should go all time. I think you should. My bad, B. I didn't mean. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want that Duke win back. 81-50, 9-9. We still lose to Houston. We still because we still lose to Houston. And they kick us out. All that stuff.
I see. I don't care though. I still think that the
81-50, 9-3 is the number.
And go further than that. Let's do today, because here's the thing with me. Because
phone lines are blown.
Tomorrow I'm gonna start going so hard for the next few weeks. Because tomorrow starts women's tournament. We play Virginia. Next week's ACC. Selection Sunday.
I know.
First and second rounds.
So you said
today's
we
the final day where I can. But no, I think this is a good conversation. Not only those, but I want to know your all-time get back to. You can have
Marcus Maven can't participate in that, but radio host Marcus Maven.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like all-time fan get back. I give you one game. And you can't guarantee what happens. You can't guarantee what. So I could be like, oh,
afterwards, you get that game, but can't guarantee.
Clemson's my get back, but the rest of the season may go away. You may get busted by Houston, lose to Kentucky.
Just the individual game.
Mm-hmm. But things could have been different. What if you beat Houston and the team has a different mentality?
Yeah, and see, I don't want to go Rutgers and say, okay, you're in the championship when you beat Rutgers.
See, I don't know. I think so. I think you could go Rutgers. I think Rutgers would be one that you go, man, I don't know, Rutgers, NCAA tournament wise.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's almost cheating just going to the championship game or to get to the championship game.
I don't know, man.
Because those are more valuable just on principle.
Well, yeah.
They are. That Clemson game. Rutgers or Clemson?
Rutgers.
See what I'm saying? Of course it's Rutgers. But you had Lamar Jackson versus Deshaun Watson. Are you kidding me?
Maybe Clemson. Maybe Clemson.
You understand what I'm saying?
But I don't know, because if you go Rutgers, if
Louisville
wins a national championship, where are we at now?
If you play in the national championship, where are you at?
I know.
If you just play in the
national Miami 04 with Kerry Rhodes.
I don't know. Think about it.
Tournament, NCAA tournament-wise.
Clemson Rutgers.
Clemson Rutgers.
It's got to be Clemson. It's got to be Clemson, man. Because I'm telling you, man, you said you can't guarantee the future. I guarantee they would have bumped you. I still don't think you get in there.
I think you would have. I think you had enough wins that year.
All wins. You were undefeated.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you had enough good wins that year.
I want Deshaun Watson. And
I did too. I did too.
I wanted Dabo and Deshaun's head on a platter on the road.
I did too. Yeah.
That Clemson, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's just the quantum leap, man. My God. Listen, people, I'm trying to go to this phone line, and I'm just...
Okay, so are we narrowing football? Are we narrowing football to those two?
Let's go to the phone lines and think about it. Ulysses, thanks for joining us on the Head Scoring Collision Center hotline, my man. What's on your mind?
Yep, absolutely.
Ulysses, I appreciate the call.
We won.
Listen, I'm telling you, Steve, he just bolstered your point more than mine. When you said who has a harder time dealing with it, that was something a player would say. A player would say, "Man, he was pushing off the whole game. That block, it wasn't no block." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but I feel him on that.
I know, I do. No, that's a good. See, I'm kind of trying to narrow down because I'm like, okay, we can create a Final Four here between football, basketball, and kind of figure this out, man. Because like,
and see, I don't know if Texter's being snarky when he says McGee, is to get back they want. But here's the thing, even if you use. Even if you use that one, I'm going to say,
that's funny.
Okay, well, you don't have that part of the scandal, right? Say you cut out that scandal, and then you have Rick, and then you had this FBI thing. You're still getting treated like that.
Yeah, but
I don't think Texter was being snarky though.
No.
Once I saw the whole
thing.
thing.
I think he's right. Oh, he said the Boo Boo Wings are good too.
D, thanks for joining us on 93.9. We'll say bye.
Yeah. All right. I think they will. I picked the football game. Right?
D, I appreciate that. I was trying to give D. Listen, D was as exasperated as us.
I picked the football game. I said I would take the football win. No, I am. That's what we've been talking about. We've been talking. Okay, I see. I like D, but I'm like, dude, we're excited. That's what we're doing today.
They don't. Well, they don't let you come off as sad.
I'm not sad.
I thought we had it rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, so football. You want the Clemson or Rutgers?
That's a good one. That's a good one right there.
Ray Rice, Rutgers.
The Wesley Woodyard game. Yeah, that's true, man. If I get Bush back, if I can replay that, don't call that play.
I don't know what it is.
Then Rutgers, it's not a conversation. You're wasting them. Miami game's not close. You're wasting them. Like,
why would we do this to ourselves?
I know, man. You got Bush that year. Bush is in the Heisman. I don't know what.
All Michael's saying is, why didn't I just go down on that?
I know. Troy Smith won the Heisman that year, dude. Bush could have won the Heisman, man. That year.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
I know it does go back further than that.
Yeah, like I said, I have subjects, and then you fall into this. What we got going on, Steve? Cheer everybody up.
Gosh. Yeah, and then okay. Yeah, it's Mr. Delivery Thursday. Thanks to Tommy and Mr. Delivery team for bringing by Chewy's Tex-Mex to the ESPN Louisville studios. Perfect for lunch, dinner, cater for the big game.
They better have the sauce, the chicka boom boom sauce. I talked to them last time I went out there, and I said, hey, there's a partnership between yourself and our studio. Yeah. And is there any way possible for me to insert a mandatory delivery of the sauce as well? Yeah. I guess I'll find out how much pull I got today.
No, it is good. Fast delivery in just 30 to 60 minutes. Use promo code ESPN for a discount on your first order. Download the new app or head to MrDelivery.com. Local restaurants delivered. Yeah, man, that's brutal. Are we taking the WrestleMania press conference live?
There is no WrestleMania press conference.
Are we taking WrestleMania press conference live today on this station?
Is it going to be on regular TV?
They're announcing the next year's WrestleMania is in Tampa. I'm going to go.
What does that have to do with you?
Well, I'm going to go because Tampa be easy trip to Atlanta, and Louisville's going to be in the Final Four next year, so I can go from Atlanta to Tampa very easy. Yeah.
Once Baby X showed up,
yes,
there is no more WrestleMania.
Yeah, but see, that's where
there's no more Final Four.
Yeah, but it is because see, that's where Steve pre-planned and married an ER nurse for moments like that. so I could have children and still go. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I think
Louisville gets put in Columbus next week. Bye bye. Steve gone. Steve's in Columbus, baby. Team hotel, Coach Mack.
Who is
Steve, Marcus.
Who is going to babysit so Charity can come as well?
Well,
Who's the number one 3-day babysitter?
Well, that's why we bought a beautiful home on a lake,
Right.
connected to our in-laws.
Boy, Ryan, get this man out of here.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. What I've put together.
This thing of ours.
Some call me a genius. So
You're gonna get away with that too.
yeah. So yeah. With all that being said, oh yeah, they go to Columbus. Oh, it's on. It's on. And you know who they're gonna play in the first round, right?
I bet you do.
Oh, I do.
We're gonna talk about that.
We are gonna talk about it.
Everybody get ready. Get near your phone. Get near your text line. Because you have to sign up, sign in, or sign out on this one. Rolling along, middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number on 939 The Ville. Yeah, because we've beaten Duke.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a regular season game. Like whatever. I don't care about that.
It is Zion Williamson. They were like the fab. You know what? If we would have been their first loss, I'd taken.
Yeah, maybe that. But I don't know. I never would have taken it over the. I mean, you were the Thursday or you were the Saturday night, 8 o'clock game.
Clemson.
Yeah, there's nothing you could propose to me about that Duke game. I just don't care.
USC would have beat the piss out of them.
No, that wasn't Bush.
Oh,
that
okay.
wasn't Bush. Yeah, that USC team wasn't all that good. They were like, I mean, when I say wasn't all that good, that was after Bush, and they were fourth or whatever. They lost to UCLA on the last week of the season anyway, so they didn't.
Talking about Samuel Williams? Oh. Somebody says, is there any news on a recruit? Like, yeah, there's no news. It's not gonna be any news. Talking about the football recruit that was here.
Yeah, you're not getting him. Forget his name.
There's no need to know.
The news was he was here.
That was all the news you needed.
That was the news.
see, this is a jackass tweet.
I'm listening.
That John Wise, I don't really know who he is, but he writes me sometimes. He's Emmy and award-winning news veteran heading up digital at Wave 3 News in Louisville, Kentucky, Ohio native. He said, to this day, Troy Smith earned the highest percentage of first place votes and all votes in his 2006 Heisman win. He was the best player in the nation's best team. Pump the brakes on the Michael Bush talk. Yes, there's a reason he got the most first place votes. There was nobody to challenge him. That's the point, you jackass.
Dude, I'm such a fucking asshole.
Oh, dude. Did you make that yesterday?
I'm just such an asshole. That's what I did when I got home.
That's good.
I was there like... And think about it, Steve. That was the removed pancakes from the pancake plate, right? That was just my plate that I made from the big plate, because I usually make it on the big plate. So that's my sampling of the first. It's like, golly. Oh, but I couldn't help myself, man. It's like,
I know that Cracker Barrel talk. I was like, I fought it hard, man.
I went there. I went to Kroger. I just picked up the sausage. It was $2 or it's like $3, and I got like 4 eggs. Just like, jeez. Pat White. Yeah.
I'm brother. Good to see you, man. This is crazy stuff. This is really, really exciting. I had to get the Hulk Hogan thing out of me. But I want to be the first to welcome everybody here to Raymond James Stadium right here.
You better not be looking at no damn.
This is really, really special for me. This is my hometown, and this is where
See,
I
this is
fell
just
in love.
stupid. This is just stupid.
And it's been on
We've watched him out of timeouts get so many easy. This is just.
When it comes to the grandest stage of them all, it's just an ongoing saga. I've traveled all over the world, came from here, I still live here, I love it here. But wherever I go, certain people come up and go, oh my gosh, I remember in 1988 when he slammed Andre the Giant. I was...
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Two things agitated us in this break.
Okay.
Yours came from your phone. I don't know if you want to rehash that, but mine came from this. Hate to say it, but Mac is poor out of timeouts. He also seems to not coach his team properly towards the end of games in winning time. Air quotes, or quotes in winning time. There is a pattern here. As a fan, I think this may be Mac more than it is the player.
Yeah. Finish that off.
Well, yeah, like his plays, his best plays are out of timeouts. Stop trying to spread rumors on the show, too. You want to address that, Steve, or not?
No, I don't.
Okay, so was there anything you wanted to...
No, I was watching the WrestleMania.
You were actually physically watching the WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Okay, so aside from that, you made a tease going into the break.
Yeah.
Right? people don't realize we're an educated, and I mean publicly. We're pretty good at all heads coming together and deciding what the tournament draw is going to look like. If you're within 2 spots,
yes,
you can pretty much figure out how the NCAA finds a way to justify some good matchups in the first round.
Yeah.
We're, like by the time you get all your bracket guys and all your local radio guys, because like I said, there's some other smart people in this building as well. Like you have a pretty good sense of who's going to be, facing who come tournament time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, before the selection show, before selection Sunday or selection Monday, we'll hit that in a bit. Steve's got it all figured out.
I do, and I'm not the first one to say this. I mean, obviously, I've heard other people talk about it. But now it's getting a little more real. Most bracket projections have Louisville falling to 6 or 7. And Bracket Matrix has Louisville as the number 2 7 seed overall. A lot of other bracket projections have Minnesota in the 10 and 11s. Now, if you don't know, the 7 plays the 10, the 6 plays the 11. Those 2 teams, and we joked about this earlier in the year.
We joked about this week 3.
But now, they're actually fought, because look, if Louisville was a 4 seed, or Minnesota was a 4 seed, you're like, okay, well, it's not going to happen. Like, they can't do that. But now these 2 teams are in the same area where they're going to be in seeds to play. Minnesota's not getting off the 10 or 11 line. Louisville's not getting off the 6 or 7 line, barring either one of them just go crazy in the conference.
Yeah, right, in the tournament, where they have absolutely no choice. But you can justify anything.
Yeah. This is happening.
This is a good thing, is the point.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
You don't want a Louisville versus Minnesota Little Rick Pitino first round matchup?
No, because I don't need them to talk about that for,
3 days.
For 3 days, and I don't need them to talk about it the entire game. The NCAA tournament. Look, my cousin calls me. I hope his boss isn't listening. My cousin takes off those 2 days every year. Like, people take off. Like,
I don't need this in my life.
Me and my buddy Jeremy will usually meet up at Buffalo Wild Wings or something, just watch games and stuff like that. I mean, like, more eyes are on these games than any other time, and I really don't need them to show Little Rick 72 times and say, oh, you remember, the coach and son of Rick Pitino. You know what happened at Louisville? Let's break down the timeline for the third time this game.
I was trying to come with a counter argument.
By the way, WrestleMania is officially in Tampa next year.
Did that announcement just come out?
Yeah, just this morning. They're doing a press conference now. I know one of your big favorites, Hulk Hogan, was one of the first up to talk about it. So.
I liked him with the NWO.
Did you?
When he did that black beard thing, that was really funny.
That's good.
After that, hadn't really heard much from him since. Why has he been in the news about anything?
Just say your prayers, eat your vitamins.
Sounds like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
So we jumped away from our earlier subjects. Is it time to kind of go into the Virginia talk? I mean, I know tomorrow's going to be a full Virginia kind of a pre-game day because, are you wondering if they're in full throttle, like eyeballing the Virginia game in particular, or tournament run, or are they just trying to work on the team?
You see, that's interesting because I don't know as a fan what I'm doing. This has been an odd week.
Right.
Because, for one, we didn't play all week.
And for me to say, first off, I wouldn't be sad if I heard they were only working out. Working out, hit the treadmill, hit the weights, get some shooting it individually on your own. Like, I wouldn't be mad if I heard they weren't going to practice on Friday morning.
I've had to fight myself with how much I'm gonna watch how I use this term, but do I care about Saturday?
That's where we're at today.
That's what I've kind of battled. Now I'm saying as a fan, I've kind of fought because every conversation I have, everything I talk about, anything, I'm talking about next week. I'm talking about, I'm talking about ACC tournament. I'm talking about, okay, who we playing? I'm looking.
See, I'm worried that I'm not even involved in the ACC tournament.
Well, I am because I to me that kind of starts.
Fight to it.
Fight for focus. But I mean, I think that to me starts the tournament style play.
Okay, let's just say this. Virginia games tomorrow. How worried are you about the first round opponent? Because I think to me that's the only thing left in me that's like gives me nightmares. If you play bad against Virginia, I'll be disappointed, but I won't be freaking out.
Yeah, see, I know.
But
maybe that's because I got a lot of respect for Virginia.
Pittsburgh, Boston College.
Well, I think Kelly Dickey posted last night, like right now, the leader in the clubhouse is Notre Dame and Georgia Tech, maybe.
Okay.
But you're going to play one of four teams. You're going to play Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, Boston College, or Pittsburgh next Wednesday.
Who do you not want to see?
None of those four. I mean.
You don't care. They're all the same.
Those four, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I think you ready for
Notre
Dame. Notre Dame.
You'd rather not see Notre Dame?
Yeah, I'd rather play the other three.
I'm thinking Pittsburgh.
For some reason.
Yeah, for some reason Pittsburgh just gets a little too bitey with us.
Yeah.
You know, just like they use that game to make their season.
I don't know what that means.
They use that game to make their season. They use that to make their reputation.
Right.
I'd rather stay away from them.
Yeah.
And their style of play does not get you ready for the tournament. Like Notre Dame would get you more ready for the tournament than,
Yeah.
But you're worried about Notre Dame actually beating you a little more.
Kind of. And maybe that's because Mike Bray. I'm like, man, he's a good coach. They got a couple players. It's like you got Gibbs, you got Mooney.
Who can all get?
Yeah. I mean, maybe them, but yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I think Louisville wins that game on Wednesday. Be a Wednesday evening. I think we're gonna play maybe at 7.
But that's for now. You're not like pumped. You're not going crazy about the Virginia game or the first rounder.
No, I kind of am with the first rounder.
The same way.
Yeah. Because I'm kind of like I feel like I'm bypassing Saturday. I don't know. I mean, maybe somebody can help me out with it, or somebody feels that way. But again, I don't know. Maybe it's subconsciously. Maybe I'm thinking just play well. Like maybe I'm not putting a win
against Virginia.
Yeah, maybe I'm not putting a emphasis on come away with the W as much as I am just improve. Now, of course, if they win. Then
and I'm kind of like just get healthy, like
because if they win, they can get the 5 seed. Then it's game on.
If they win against Virginia, they can get the 5 seed.
Yeah.
Then it's game on for the ACC tournament.
Well, I think it's game on as you have a really good shot at making it to Friday night in the semifinals,
and
then you got Virginia again.
Best case scenario is
right now you're settled in at the 7. You're probably going to play Duke on Thursday night
after you
Zion's first game back.
You think that's going to happen?
Mm-hmm. You can beat them.
No. I mean, you think Zion's coming back for sure? Like you don't think he takes the rest of the year off? We're talking. Listen, we were talking with the Brads from Kansas City, and they were just all in. Like, no, he shouldn't play.
Let me say this, and I'm going to get your point on this. I think maybe why I am not putting so much on the Virginia game is because I almost don't need to win. I feel like I need Duke. I feel like
without
as a fan, no, with or without. I feel like as a fan or as a team, I need to exercise Duke because that was kind of the moment that
Exorcise.
yeah. Go ahead, bust us up. That's fine.
You just want to be back on the court with them again.
I just need to play you again. Like, I need that visual. I need this team to play Duke again.
However you can get it.
Yeah. Play them again, man. And like, play them good and lose a good game.
Or
get busted.
Yeah, or find out, were you closer to that first 3 quarters, or were you that last 10?
Yeah, because if you go out and you play a good game against Duke,
game on in the tournament.
I think so, because I think you say, okay, we were with y'all. Let's go play this tournament. Because Louisville don't need to. I mean, Louisville's, like I said, you get to Thursday, you lose Saturday, you win Wednesday, you get to Thursday, you lose to any of the teams you're going to play, you're 6-7.
Is Coach Mack out of the Coach of the Year discussion?
Without beating Virginia or beating Duke or Carolina next Thursday, probably.
He needs one more ACC.
Yeah, which is sad. But I think Roy right now has moved past. And Bennett. I think they're looking at Bennett right now.
Does it hurt Roy that he's fainting? Or does it help him?
No.
No, optics, man. Optics is something, man.
Yeah,
I mean, because like when we talk about these coaches and we talk about which coach looks real handsome on the sideline, looks like he's in control.
I mean, I think Mac should win it. I think, Mac, you've done enough, man.
I was saying that 100% seriously.
Yeah.
Coach kind of going down like that, going to the knee, kind of fainting. I'm telling you, like there's.
It's not gonna help you though.
See, I'm wondering. Does it help or hurt?
I think to win it.
Like if he announced he was retiring at the end of the season, he'd win it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
But if
maybe Max should announce he's going to Kentucky. Win the award, and then just.
That was really funny.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That was really
just
sharp.
Yeah, win the award and then
just say no. I'm not going. I'm staying in Louisville.
I'm staying here.
So you think? Okay. So outside of when does the voting end? Do you know that?
Probably
after the tournament.
Probably regular season.
End of the regular season.
Yeah.
Because it does not factor in the tournament.
I don't think so. Because I think you have your all ACC team. Well, no, the women just handed theirs out.
Who won Coach of the Year?
I don't know who won Coach of the Year, but I know the Player of the Year and stuff was just handed out. Coach of the Year and stuff. I don't know. Have they announced that yet?
Do you know who Player of the Year is?
I do know who Player of the Year was.
Who's the Player of the Year?
That'd be Asia Dura.
Asia Dura. Congratulations, Asia.
Oh, yeah. So I would imagine it makes sense you do it after the regular season because you have all tournament teams.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that would make sense. So, if so, Mac probably has to be Virginia.
It has to be a win.
What do you mean?
If you lose in overtime in Virginia.
Probably don't win it. You just had such a slide there. And I hate to call it a slide because your schedule is like, and you were in every game. I mean, Syracuse bust you.
Boston College.
That was a bad loss. North Carolina was probably the one game where you played really well and just lost. Not really well, but you played well.
You just lost to a better team.
Yeah, they were ready to go.
So there's enough conversation to say maybe coaching should have done this different or that different.
Well, I think I don't know. I mean, to me, I think Mac, if you're doing coach of the year.
I think he was the best.
He's done the best
with the
job
with
what he has. I mean, this Louisville team, you're looking at this Louisville team that people were mocking at the beginning of the year. Now, you may mock them, but in a quiet room, they can win 2-3 games. They can make any run. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to start a new subject fresh off the Coach of the Year conversation. So what we'll do is take a quick commercial break. Midday with Marcus Maven. 8150-939 is the number on 939 The Ville.
Way for me to wind down my mayoral.
What is this all about? What's this bombardment?
Yeah, you tell me.
I don't know. Do I know that number? 963-822.
You want to call it?
No, I'm just looking to see if it's on my phone. Let me look it up on. I don't know if I know who they are. Let's see.
It's on Facebook or something.
Just type in Google.
Yeah, you always get a general idea where it's from.
All things Louisville cleaning service.
That's where that call's coming from.
Aaron Little. I want to go to Facebook.
Be careful.
Let me just say, I had a friend who totally ruined his car. They got him taken care of quick, efficiently, and outdoors. Family owned and operated for over 70 years. Experts is the leader on repair technology and technician training. Do not, I repeat, do not let just anyone repair your vehicle. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you're taking your vehicle to Bill Experts and Sons of Florida. Insurance is your opinion.
All the little things clean.
Robert Kraft in court. Listen. When does the 790 show start?
I know.
You know something I don't know. It ain't worth tracking down.
I ain't find no. I can find
No big time leads. We go for Saturday, Ice? Oh, you on the board though?
Yeah, Steve is he was had to set up for you guys. We were very short staffed.
Ain't they good?
Yeah.
One of the great things in life is intimacy. It's a key part of how we express ourselves and share our personal love. Physical, emotional,
Are you a high school student? Have you ever wanted to get involved in your community? The local youth philanthropy council, or as we say, LYPC, is for you.
I joined the LYPC because of your free program and simply requires your passion to make a difference. Learn how to impact nonprofits, meet local leaders, and make this federal
LYPC is physically sponsored by the Community Foundation of Louisville.
I'm gonna just abuse it like it's regular.
www.lypc.org.
Let's go. Do you have any press conferences? Nobody? Got nothing today?
No, this is where I'll just work on it. Oh, this is when you earn your money, Steve.
Amazing level. It's where our NXT women's or our women's evolution started in NXT. It's where the women that you see here in the front row kind of got their.
Can't wait. Ah, man. Charity's off night. I'm gonna go somewhere for lunch or for dinner.
Welcome back. It's midday with Marcus Maven 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Waiting through the break. Wayne, thanks for joining us on the Head Scoring Collision Hotline, my man. What's in mind? Good.
Good.
No, I'll say this, Wayne. I appreciate the call. I don't like that. I don't like when people say, we'll see who has the most impact, you know what I'm saying, long term. Because that doesn't mean you had the best high school, senior year or the best year to win Mr. Basketball. Mm-hmm. Like I always use the comparison, like Sean Marion did not score as many points as me, you know what I'm saying, but when you see him run and jump at 6'7" and a half,
he was better.
I wouldn't say he's better. I would say his
really
NBA potential has a higher upside.
Who had the better NBA career? You or Sean Marion? Who do you think?
Sean probably.
I would go Sean.
Edge me out a little bit.
Slightly.
But you get the point.
No, I get the point. I'll go side. Seriously.
Yeah, like I don't like to say because you got a lot of guys who jump high, run fast, and they're going to be on a league roster.
Yeah,
but they just in high school they just don't get the ball. It's like watching Ray Spalding out there. Like there's going to be teams that can take advantage of things he does it a little different.
Absolutely.
It's like a guy playing against a zone and a man to man. Once everything goes man to man in the NBA, you can be a little different.
Yeah.
So that was to Wayne's point. Another thing I got to remind people. Applebee's on Saturday. Come hang out with your boy. This is our last regular season game. We will be in there. Listen, drinks will be flowing. And listen, I mean, what do you got to lose? This is Virginia. Like get in there, get in a nice little comfortable environment. Listen, they got all these margarita deals, and gentlemen, ladies, just take your people out for a date, and margarita here, margarita there.
Just come in and buy appetizers, man.
Oh.
Their appetizers
They're
are amazing.
awesome. They're awesome. And again, people, we particularly have our high standard, nicely set up Applebee's Saturday. Come join us for the game, for the Virginia game. I think the weather's supposed to be decent. Get on over. The Outer Loop Applebee's, 4535 Outer Loop. I believe that's the address. Had to remind you of that one. So, Steve, we were talking about Coach Mack. It's always an uncomfortable, conversation when you're saying Coach of the Year, because it's like, if I think he's that level coach. Absolutely. You think he's that level coach. But resumes for Coach of the Year are always so easy to pick apart. And it's so easy to say, Coach K can't win it because he has 3 All-Americans. This team, has 1 All-American. You can do that when you're talking about people's resumes, right? Mm-hmm. But what I wanted to ask you in particular about this team, 8150-939 is the number, 3831-939. I kind of didn't want to go into I wanted to have this conversation individual in and of itself. Do we have a first, second, or third team on this? Do we have a 6th man of the year? Do we have, out of the ACC awards, what do we have on this team right now as far as players go?
And we're not talking coach.
We're not talking coach. So that's why I want to separate the conversations. Because, end of the year, this is when you start basically calculating what you have, what you've had, and what you're going to have moving forward. So I wanted to separate it and say, right now, at the end of the day, when they make the selections after your Virginia game, we're going to learn something about or we're going to learn people's view of this team roster.
Well, you have Jordan.
Okay.
Will be probably third team.
Jordan is third team.
Yeah. Probably third. Because you got to think.
Reddish, Zion, and all of them going to be first team. DeAndre Hunter, probably first team.
Kyle Guy.
Or Ty Jerome.
They're going to be on the teams. You run down the list of guys that are going to be first, second, third team.
Okay.
That's 15 guys.
Yeah, let's kind of throw them out there.
15 guys. You just said 3 from
It's Kobe White.
4 from Duke, because I think Jones.
Tyus Jones is not a first teamer.
No, I'm saying you got 15.
Oh, okay. So we're just going to do 15 spots.
Yeah, so.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to do first, second, and third separate.
No, because that's just tough. Because sometimes they'll. So I say, okay, you got 4 from Duke. You got 3 from Virginia.
Jerome, Hunter. You think Kyle Guy and Ty Jerome?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Kyle Guy's having that kind of year.
No, Kyle Guy's getting a dot. Jerome would be the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jerome's
Guy's
having
going
a
to
great
get
year.
it just for the name. No. I mean, it don't matter. It's Nate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's on one of those spots.
Yeah. So we're talking.
I keep forgetting. We're just saying one of
we're
those.
We're at 7 between 2 teams.
We haven't even touched Carolina.
Haven't even touched Carolina yet.
Kobe White's going to be on one of those.
Kobe White's probably going to be on one.
Luke May is going to be on one of those.
May's going to be on one of those.
Is Robinson been out too long to make one? They're going to sneak in your point guard, Alexander.
Oh, your kid from Virginia Tech? Virginia Tech may have 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Blackshear and Alexander.
So now you're with 9.
I mean, Nasir Little, probably not.
No.
He'll probably be on the all-freshman team or whatever. He kind of. But, I mean, okay, so that now Florida State's going to have at least 1.
Man. Or the other guy.
I was thinking that one guy's come on. See, that's the problem.
Florida State's got to have 1. Man, just 1. We'll just say 1.
Yeah, we'll say 1 from Florida State. Yeah, Clemson.
Oh,
probably
Miami. Likes is gonna definitely get a spot.
Probably.
You don't think Likes is gonna make the top?
I don't know. Kai Bowman will.
Kai Bowman?
Yeah.
I think Likes and Bowman.
See, I don't think Pittsburgh does. Notre Dame is maybe Mooney or Gibbs. So I mean, we're already at 13, 14. So I say, I mean,
Jordan Ward would have to get on one of those spots.
Probably Jordan gets 1. and you're looking at probably third. Most improved player, somebody brought that up. I thought that was true, but you're going to be playing. It's going to be Jordan. It's going to be Jay Huff. It's going to be on that list from Virginia. You're going to have the
Nobody wins that over Jordan Wara.
The kid from Florida State's playing his way into the lottery.
You might be right, man.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just and usually I'm on the other end of this. Usually
He's the second in the country in points per game increase, behind one other person.
Oh, I'm saying I would give it to him. I mean, so, you know.
Yeah, I see that stat, that point production stat.
Yeah.
With a new coach, I don't think you can give that to anybody else.
I don't disagree.
But that might bump him off the.
Oh, if he gets that, he's not on for a second.
Yeah, right. Like they might just say, okay, you're getting that award. You don't get.
But
that
the point is, Jordan's the only guy
that's even considered.
Yeah.
Who would be the next guy to even like you? I mean, you think Christian Cunningham would be an honorable mention?
I said Enoch could get votes for sixth man. Yeah, he could get votes. He won't win it.
He's definitely a sixth man.
Yeah.
He's been a sixth man the entire conference. That's a good point.
Nasir Little would win it before he did.
I thought he started.
Is he starting now? He didn't start early. I don't know. But Steve started early, so I mean, where's the... Says, Kelly Dickey said, Dingadale, Ray Spalding only got honorable mention last year. And the ACC is much more name, talented, oriented this year. That's what I'm saying. I'm like... Ugh.
That'll be disappointing.
I just don't. I mean, I'm trying to be. Like I said, I'm usually like, yeah, you know, they should.
Well, honorable mention. How many? Honorable mention might have 3 Louisville guys. It might be Jordan, Christian, and
I don't think so.
Dwayne Sutton.
Maybe.
Jesus, 12-7 in the conference doesn't get you honorable mention.
I know.
12-7, and we'll finish 7 in the conference.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Malik's not making all defense.
No. I mean, I like where your head's at though. Like, I mean, that is.
It's a reach.
Yeah, but
I mean, we like his defense.
Yeah, they. I just don't see it, man.
So it's like, how can you be 7 in the conference and not, like I said,
they beat Virginia, they may be 5th. It's like,
if they get one of those games.
Of course, I think Miami had to beat Virginia Tech, but I mean, like, you know, they'd be like, yeah.
I can't find any.
It's like Mac winning Coach of the Year
is your only like shot at something. Again, us doing that math might be the reason you got to put him at Coach of the Year.
Right? No, I know that I agree with.
If Jordan Wara does not make one of the top 3 teams, you would have to get back to Coach
I would think so. I mean, I would think so. Yeah. I mean, who could argue ahead of you? Syracuse? Syracuse going to have one Ty's battle. We didn't even talk about Ty's battle.
He's
for sure getting one. Syracuse would finish, if Louisville finishes 7th, Syracuse finishes 6th.
Are we considered a team?
But Syracuse started out top 25.
Are we considered a team that's just Jordan Wara-centric in the ACC?
That's an interesting question.
I mean, I guess the voting is the only
I need to
way.
go to the tournament next week and just ask people.
What do you think about?
I go to Charlotte.
What do you think people say?
They may be. That's a good question.
Y'all just got that one guy, Jordan.
Yeah. That's a tough question to answer, man.
I think Mac's getting that. Just a new coach is just scraping it together. I think that's more the narrative than anything. But again, the anonymous coach that says you're soft as a team, that kind of takes away from Coach Mac, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Do they see Coach Mac as making bad decisions? Like is that a narrative that goes across the
Hey, we got some big news out of the Sweet 16 in Lexington. Perry County Central senior guard Marcus Frazier is eligible to play.
Wait a minute.
For the first time today.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Oh my God. I hope you're watching this on YouTube. I hope you're on We Are Made for the Ville right now because Steve I need you to break down in slow,
Big
concise
time.
sentences. First of all, what school is this? Where are they located? And why is this funny?
Let me read you. Let me. Hang on. You ready for this?
I'm listening.
Butler. You can't make this up.
Steve got to look in his eye. People, listen up. Turn up your radios.
Butler's playing Perry County Central today.
Butler.
Butler High School.
Butler's Butler. Like, that's local Butler.
Butler High School out of Louisville. And by the way, let me give a huge shout out to Jason Frakes, who covers high school basketball for the Courier Journal. As much as I do on the Courier Journal, like, Jason is really, really good at what he does. He really is.
Fair enough.
And I use a lot of his stuff. I know.
You still his contact.
No, and Jason, he wasn't. And sometimes I disagree with what he says, but like he has earned the right.
We have that Crawford.
Yeah.
You know, there's some guys. Jeff.
He's really good at what he does, so I feel like I need to do that. But okay, so today Butler is playing Perry County Central in the Sweet 16.
Wait, Louisville Butler.
Yeah.
They're playing Perry.
You're gonna die when you hear this whole story.
I can tell by the way you're you're smirking.
You're going to die. So big news out of the Sweet 16 this morning. Perry County Central senior guard Marcus Frazier is eligible to play for the first time today. He averaged
the entire year.
Oh yeah, listen. He averaged 13 points per game and 5 rebounds at Cordia last season. His year of ineligibility after transferring came to a close Tuesday. You ready for the next tweet?
I'm listening.
Also, Butler had to cancel 10 buses of students, including one for their band, because teacher strike. The kids that are here from Butler have to find their own way. That's the Sweet 16, baby. I mean, that's why when you get on there and tell me, oh, Steve, you really think they... Yes.
Well, I guess it just does. Your year is technically up, but isn't that like you got to sit out a year though?
Yeah, if he played for another team, you think he's playing today?
Did Perry County? If he played for Butler, you think
They wouldn't let David Sloan come up here and play, and I'm not even getting all into the conversation. When David Sloan tried to come up here to Louisville to play, they're like, heck no.
From where?
From Taylor County?
Uh-huh.
No. 4-star player, you trying to go up here and play
you'll
Valley?
never be-
Absolutely
you'll
not.
never be
You
able
know
to.
where he's at right now? He's playing JUCO ball. Yeah. He's playing junior college basketball right
Did
now.
they know this was gonna happen? Like, was he already like, okay, if y'all make it to the Sweet 16, that's what I'll be able to.
And then you just say, oh, man, the Butler kids can't make it down? Psst. Nothing we can do for you. Y'all just won't have a fan. Y'all just won't have a section, I guess.
Good old strike.
Just won't have a student section.
Louisville just gets unlucky, huh?
Isn't that just a shame? I mean, isn't it just Wait
Wait a minute. So has he been practicing with them the whole time?
I don't know the full story behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's still funny.
Isn't that? I mean, isn't that just like a shame? That's just terrible. Sorry, all the Butler kids can't make it down. It's your problem. Figure it out.
So what was the point? Like, so it got canceled at the last. I don't know, Steve. I don't know, because part of me wants to say it's just bad luck.
Yeah, just terrible luck.
Bad timing.
It's bad timing. I'll go with that. Let's go with that.
I mean,
That's just bad timing.
Were the buses being paid for by the KHSAA, by the school or what?
No, but I mean,
They're just saying since there is no school today, then you can't do
Yeah.
You can't even use the buses.
Sure. And don't figure out a way to get them there.
Don't give them an alternate
No,
thing.
absolutely. Don't try. The teachers all were out today. Circumstances beyond their control. Don't you dare try to help them out. Sorry. You just have to figure it out. Get your own way.
I can see how that turns into.
Just drive on down. Drive on down to Lexington if you want.
While we
I don't have a license. Well, I guess you could hitchhike.
we're gonna stick our state troopers up and down that, all up and down that road. I bet they're heartbroken. I bet they're heartbroken. Are you ready? Are you ready to look at the stats of the game? The foul stats.
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on that one today.
Just to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So that just came out. That news just came out.
Yeah. They play today.
What time?
Today at.
No, and I'm just saying that because I'm like, okay, did you know ahead of time that this was going to be the day that the kid became eligible? I mean, you would have had to know that.
I mean, I would say so. I would say so. I just find that interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say you.
I just find it interesting that I don't know how easily transfer stuff gets done.
Oh yeah, like
You
that.
know?
That's a whole nother kind. Like
Yeah.
like I've been
You're
amazed
like-
to listen to the stories.
You're like, oh, he had to set out, but I mean, hey, don't you make him wait one more second. You get that paper down, bam.
Right on the day he becomes eligible. If we're playing in the game, he can play that.
Let's
game.
go. Yeah.
But again, that would have to. That means you were already practicing, like going full throttle.
It's just it's incredible. It's incredible. And that's what I say. So I mean, I'm just like, so don't at least look at me and go, okay, all right. I can see where you're coming from.
Like
I'm not even saying you got to agree,
you're just saying paperwork gets pushed through.
but you at least have to look at me and say, okay, all right, I see where you're coming from.
It's a bad look.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I hear you. I hear you, Steve.
Yeah, it was funny. I was listening to Mark Blakenbaker this morning and Drew talk about the time Blakenbaker could not cheer for his male Bulldogs.
I love that story. What he was saying.
Right, and it was funny because Drew was laughing at the fact that he's bitter about it, right? And I'm like, I would be so angry.
Right.
If my high school went to the Sweet 16 and they had an issue with us cheering there and the other team was getting crunk, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would feel horrible about that.
Yeah.
What we got over here? Let's go back to this phone line. Let's go back to the at Scoring Collision Center phone line and get Malcolm. Malcolm, thanks for joining us on 939. Good. Listen. This is my opinion overall. Like I know we might have sounded a little. I don't know the word. We didn't really take a stance on it. But here's what I'll say. In my personal opinion, it depends. And I know that's not the answer you're looking for, but it depends on. I thought Dwayne Sutton was tired. And I think he's been looking tired for the last 4 games, maybe just late. Like sometimes it was happening where he would have a good start and he would trail off. To me, that's where fatigue starts to show. You know, you start early when you've got full energy, but as soon as you get a little like winded, your fatigue, your psychological fatigue kicks in. I think if fresh legs and like mental fatigue was the problem late season, then I think you'll see some good performances. Like I said, Steve said it best. We respect Virginia enough to know that's a team that can just beat you. You know, they can just play good and just beat you because they're more experienced. Their coaching with their players is more developed. They've had more time together. They can beat you. But as far as tournament goes, I think outside of Virginia, we can go with anybody. This team, if it's rested up, I do think it can match up against anybody.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I mean, I think they've showed you that throughout the year.
Yeah, just like I said, that DeAndre Hunter, I was making a point yesterday. The DeAndre Hunter-Jordan Nwora matchup is the only team that I've seen this year that made me look like we were on the awkward side of the matchup.
Yeah.
You know, just like I said, watching him come off a out-of-bounds play, curl at 6'8", jumping high, you know what I'm saying? His strength, you know, his size. I was so impressed with Virginia physically and Diakite and their, you know, their IQ, their strength and their basketball IQ was awesome. So that's probably the one team I won't take the most away from, other than how hard my team fights. I'll say, okay, this team kind of beat you up psychologically in the last game if they don't come to play.
Yeah.
And again, senior night. I'm not scared of senior nights because teams can be in a lull.
Well, yeah, senior nights can go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can always be awkward. You can get 30. You can get ran by 30, or that team can be scraping and clawing at you to try to steal it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at home, with the fans trying to push them to a victory.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I can listen to that.
You're still a little shook.
Yeah, that just kills me.
If you were a Butler parent or fan, you just jump off a bridge. you just don't got it.
By the way, they play at noon.
They're about to start.
Yeah.
And that story just broke.
Yeah. Yeah, they play at noon.
Bill Edscorns and Sons Collision Center. Tax season. Get your car fixed. Things you've been putting off. Call Bill Edscorns and Sons Collision Center. Windows Plus. Weather changing. Heat conservation. Temperature control. Beautiful, beautiful view. Windows Plus. That's an easy name to remember. Windows Plus. Windows Plus. Jill Blessinger. Becky Blamel. It's springtime. The housing market gets hot when the time changes. Know those names. Keller Williams, Caliber Home Loans, Jill Blessinger, Becky Blamel. Applebee's Saturday, 4 o'clock game time. Pre-game starts at 3 o'clock. We will be there. The drinks will be flowing. The appetizers will be hot. It'll be awesome. We always have a good time. We always have a great time over at Applebee's, so people get ready for that. Anything else you want to add, Steve?
I got nothing. I'm just ready for the game.
Until the game. Are you going to say go Butler?
I'm pulling for him now.
Middays with Marcus Bateman, as always. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. We are made for the Ville. Is the YouTube channel. Thanks for on the Ville.